Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
In the last class, we discussed about principal branch of inverse trigonometry, inverse functions, isn't it? For the trigonometric functions, which are all the domains, which are the range. Then we started with inverse trigonometric functions, and we discussed about which are the what is the domain, codomain, range of inverse trigonometric functions and trigonometric functions. Okay, just go through. Let's once again go through that one. You have the textbook means take your textbook, underline all those things. In the last class, what you have learned, just go through it. We learned how to draw the graph. Okay, according to the syllabus 21, 22, 20, 21, graphs and all is deleted, but you should go through it. You should know this one. We need graph in integrations we need. That's what I'm giving you just a idea about how graph. Look at here, what are the things we recalled last class? Sine function, its domain is R and range is -1 to 1. These are all functions. Okay, sine is a function, cos is a function whose domain is R. And what about codomain? It is from -1 to 1. Minimum value is -1 and maximum value is 1. If you take tan, R minus multiples of 5 by 2, isn't it? For 90, tan 90, it will become infinity. So R minus 2n minus 1 into 5 by 2 to R. Likewise, you are defining for cotangent, secant, and cosecant. Okay, so these are all functions. Okay, if you take this as a function, sine is a function from R to closed interval -1 to 1. Now, suppose this we want to define inverse of the sine. We want to define inverse functions. Okay, I want to define sine inverse. Suppose we want to define inverse of a function, that function must be 1, 1 and onto. If it is 1, 1 and onto only, we will be able to find the inverse. Okay, so for defining inverse, in order to define the inverse, we are going to select only those values. Okay, we are not going to take the real interval R. Instead of that, we are going to split that interval. How we are going to split that we can understand when we go through this one. Okay, look at here. Okay, so we know that if a function is 1, 1 and onto only, we will get inverse. Inverse of f is denoted by f inverse. Now listen dear children, note down this. The domain of the sine function, you have the textbook means go through it. The domain of the sine function is set of all real numbers and range is -1 to 1. Okay, it is -1 to 1. Now, instead of taking real numbers, suppose we restrict the domain to -5 by 2 to +5 by 2. When we take the domain to be -5 by 2 to +5 by 2, it becomes 1, 1 and onto with range closed interval -1, 1. Instead of taking R to R, okay, instead of taking the whole real numbers, what we are doing? We consider only this interval. Which interval? -5 by 2 to +5 by 2. We consider only the interval -5 by 2 to +5 by 2 as domain. And range is -1 to 1. So if you define sine, in that manner, okay, if you define sine function, if you define sine from -5 by 2 to +5 by 2 to closed interval -1 to 1, then sine function is 1, 1 and onto. B, if you take this is the domain and this is the range, it will become 1, 1 and onto. So we can define sine inverse. So what about sine inverse? Sine inverse is a function from -1 to 1 to closed interval -5 by 2 to +5 by 2. Is it clear? And this interval, this -5 by 2 to +5 by 2, we call this as principal value branch. This value we call it as principal value branch. For sine, the principal value is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. If I take the next interval, suppose I take the next interval, okay, 3 pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 2 to plus 3 pi by 2. There also, it will be function is 1, 1 and on 2. The same values will be getting repeated. The same values are repeated. But we take the first case, that is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 as the principal branch. Is it clear? If you take each cycle, okay, in the graph, if you look at the graph of sine function, okay, look at the graph. Okay, this is the graph of sine x. This is the graph of sine x. So we take only this part, minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Only this part we are considering. What I am marking in the graph, is it clear, children? Is it? Can you see that part?
Yes.
Okay, so only this part we call it as principal branch. The same values will be repeated in the next case also. If I take from the minus, okay, if I take this interval from here to next case, minus 3 pi by 2 to 5 pi by 2, same values are repeated, but this we consider minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 as the principal branch. Okay, underline that one in your textbook. Underline that part. Okay, it is given in your textbook. Okay, the branch with range, underline this one. The branch with the range minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 is called the principal value branch. Whereas other intervals as range give different branches of sine inverse. This is the main branch. That's what we call this as principal value branch. Other intervals also we can take it as branches, but the main branch is from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So here, so when, okay, listen here children. So sine inverse of sine x or sine of sine inverse of x is x. Sine of sine inverse of x. We know that inverse functions will get cancelled. So sine of sine inverse of x is x whenever x lies in the principal branch. Whenever x lies in the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Whenever x lies in the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Same way for cos. For cos also we are considering the principal value branch. For cos, the principal value branch of cos is 0 to pi. The principal value branch of cos is from 0 to pi. The principal value branches is 0 to pi. In order to define inverse, we should make the function as 1, 1 and on 2. Instead of taking whole real number, the set of all real numbers are, we are restricting it to some intervals. So here we consider for cos, we consider the interval from 0 to pi. So cos inverse is a function from minus 1 to 1 to 0 to pi. So 0 to pi is the principal value branch of cos inverse. Okay. So now the same way it will be defined for all the functions. So it is given in the last page of your text. Okay. Take the table, draw the table in your notebook and learn this one. Learn the principal value branch thoroughly. Principal value branch. The following table gives the trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions with the principal value branches along with their domains and range. So if you take sine inverse, sine inverse, the principal value branches from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Cos inverse, look at your cos inverse, it is 0 to pi. The principal value branch of cos inverse is from 0 to pi. Next one, the principal value branch of cosec inverse. So, principal value branch of cosec inverse is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Instead of this, listen children, I'll give it in a, okay, I'll give in a separate form. Okay, this is how you can relate it and you can remember this one easily. The principal value branch should be thorough. Inverse trigonometric functions and its principal value branch. If I take sine inverse, the principal value branch is from closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. For cos inverse, it is from 0 to pi. Closed 0 to pi. Closed 0 to pi. Now look at here, tan inverse. Okay, tan inverse. For tan, it will be same as sine by cos. Tan is sine by cos. So here, it is open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Then, what about cosec inverse? Reciprocal of sine is cosec. So what about cosec inverse? So in cosec, you check for sine. In sine, for which value it will become 0? Sine 0 is the value of sine 0?
0.
0. Okay, for cosec, look at here. For cosec, the principal value branches. Okay, so if you take cosec, 1 by sine, isn't it? So sine 1 by sine 0, it will become infinity. So here, for cosec, it is same as sine. It will be same as sine, except we are removing 0. The principal value branch of cosec, we can remember in this manner. That is, okay, it will be from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, except 0. Except 0. You can take all the values from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, except 0. So can you tell me what will be the principal branch of sec inverse of x? What will be the principal value branch of sec inverse of x? Okay, sec means it is the reciprocal of cos. What is the principal value branch of cos? Close to 0 to pi, isn't it? Cos for which value it will become 0? Cos of dash 1 will be 0.
90.
90. So all the multiples of 90 is to be removed, isn't it? Is it clear, Achut? What you are saying there?
Yes, ma'am.
So for C, look at here. Closed 0 to pi minus pi by 2. Closed 0 to pi minus pi by 2. Closed 0 to pi minus pi by 2. Sec inverse is closed 0 to pi minus pi by 2. Then what about cot inverse? What is cot inverse of x? Cot is cos by sine, isn't it? Cot is cos by sine. For cos, close to 0 to pi. So for cot, it will be open 0 to pi. Same as tan. Tan, what we learned, tan inverse is sine by cos. For sine, it is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So the principal value branch of tan inverse is open interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Same way here, cot inverse, it is from 0 to pi. Cot means cos by sine. What is the principal value branch of cos? It is closed 0 to pi. So for cot inverse, it is open 0 pi. Is it okay, children? The principal value branch, we should learn it by heart. Maybe you should be thorough with this principal value branch. The table given in your textbook, that mark it very important and learn that table thoroughly. Just go through it. 1 second, let me take the attendance. Okay, children. So go through that principal value branch. Go through the principal value branch. What about the principal value branch of what is the principal value branch of sine? What about the principal value branch of sine inverse? Alvin?
Minus pi by 2.
Hmm.
Pi by 2.
Okay, that interval, is it closed or open? That one also we should
Close.
learn. Closed minus pi by 2 to plus pi. When you learn it, learn with that one. It's closed minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Emmanuel, principal value branch of cos inverse.
Closed 0, pi. Closed.
0 to pi. Okay. Krishna Chandran, tan inverse. Tan inverse. Principal value branch of tan inverse of x. Yes, Krishna Chandran, what is the principal value branch of tan inverse of x? Can you hear me, Krishna Chandran? The principal value branch of tan inverse of x. It is mute, unmute and give the answer. Aryan, tan inverse of x.
Minus
Open
pi by
minus
2
pi by 2 by pi by 2.
Yes, Krishna Chandran. What's the answer?
Minus pi by 2 by pi by 2.
Is it closed or open?
Closed straight. Open.
It is open,
Open,
minus
yeah.
pi by 2 to plus pi by 2.
Oh.
Ashwin, cosec inverse of x.
Close pi by 2 by pi by 2 minus.
Minus? Minus? Which element you are removing there? Closed minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 minus singleton 0.
0, ma'am.
0. Okay, minus singleton 0. That's 0 is here removing. Gayatri, cot inverse of x.
Open 0 to 5.
Open 0 pi. Michael, sec inverse of x.
Closed 0 pi.
0 pi.
Pi by 2. Open pi by 2.
minus pi by 2. There and all, no open and all. Only one element means it is single element. Okay. Minus pi by 2. Atul, what inverse?
Open interval 0 to pi.
Punya, seek inverse.
Closed 0 to pi minus pi by
Okay, children. Look, before that day I told you I'll be ready with your form. Recall it again. Okay. What you have learned last year, the same thing we need this year also in order to find the principal value branch. Okay. Principal value branch. For that, so we know that in first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive, isn't it? In second quadrant, sine, tan, third quadrant, tan and cot, fourth quadrant, cos and secant positive. 0, 90, 180, or it is pi, it is 270, 3 pi by 2, 0, 360 will coincide with pi or 2 pi. Okay. Whenever a question is asked, find the principal value branch. Okay. The easy way is to draw this figure again and principal value branch of sine. What is the principal value branch of sine? What is given about principal value branch of sine inverse? Not sine. Principal value branch of sine inverse is
minus pi by 2 to pi.
minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. That means which are the two quadrants? Minus pi by 2 means we measure this clockwise. Here it is 0. This is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So these two quadrants, principal value branch of sine is fourth quadrant and first two quadrants. Okay. What about cos? What is the principal value branch of cos inverse? What is the principal value branch of cos inverse? 0 to pi. Isn't it? 0 to pi means which two quadrants? Which two quadrants you have to consider? 0 to pi. That means first quadrant and second quadrant. 0 to pi means first quadrant and second quadrant. Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 means which quadrant we are considering here? Which are the quadrants we are considering here? Yes, it is minus pi by 2
Fourth and
to
first.
fourth and first one. Fourth one and first one. So here, listen children, this is an easy way for thinking. In first quadrant, we will take theta. In second quadrant, we will take pi minus theta. In second quadrant, we take it as pi minus theta. Last year, we have learned for complex numbers, polar form. Okay, the same concept only we are using here. It is theta, pi minus theta. In third quadrant, that angle takes the form pi plus theta. And fourth quadrant, it is minus theta. Theta minus theta, pi minus theta, minus pi plus theta. More than 180. So we take this as pi plus theta. Okay, once you draw this, we can start doing some questions. We can do with some problems given. Okay, exercise. Is it okay? Copy this one.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is it over, children? Now write the question. Find the principal value branch of the following. Find the principal value branch of the following. Under that, first question. Sine inverse of 1 by root 2. We want to find the principal value of sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Principal value of sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Principal value of sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Okay, children. Now listen, children, how to do this. Okay. So look at the value sine inverse. What we know about principal value branch of sine inverse? What about the principal value branch of sine inverse of x? From where to where it will lie? Principal value branch of sine inverse lies between
minus pi by 2 to pi by.
closed minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That one. Okay, that interval you should write it as closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So now listen, children. See, children. Okay, don't write. For the time being, you listen. So minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay, here in your answer sheet also you can do like this. I'm putting the two ticks here. Which are the two quadrants here? Second quadrant, fourth quadrant and first quadrant. Now look at the value given here. Sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Is it positive or negative? What is the value of sine in 1 by root 2? Sine inverse of 1 by root 2. Is it positive?
Yes.
Sine inverse of 1 by root 2 is positive. In which quadrants and all sine is positive? First quadrant it is positive. Second quadrant it is positive. Isn't it? Is it positive in first quadrant and second quadrant? All silver teacups. Third quadrant sign is negative. Fourth quadrant also it is negative. Okay, so where these two will meet, that means you select the quadrant where you will get two ticks. Where you are getting two ticks? First. So in first quadrant we will take it as theta. In first quadrant it is theta. So sine inverse of 1 by root 2 we want to find. So sine of which, for which value you will get 1 by root 2? Sine of dash is 1 by root 2.
45.
45. 45 means how we write? Is it pi by 4? So theta is pi by 4. So now from here we know this is the the branch we will get is first quadrant. In first quadrant we can take theta as such. Therefore, the principal value is pi by 4. The principal value is pi by 4. When we do 2 or 3 questions, the idea will become more clear. We do this one. Okay, once we do 2 or 3 questions, it will become more clear too. Finish? Krishna Chandran, is it over? Is it over, children? Shall we do the next one?
Yes,
Write
ma'am.
down. Write down. Principal value of sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2. Sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2. So what's the first thing you have to write? First you draw the quadrant here. Okay, this for your understanding. Then, so the principal value branch of sine inverse. The principal value branch of sine inverse of x is closed minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, isn't it? This closed minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So which two quadrants? First quadrant and fourth quadrant. Is it okay? Is it okay, children? Now look at the question. What is given? Sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2. Look at the argument there. It is negative, isn't it? Sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2. We have negative value there. So sine will be negative in which quadrant?
Third and fourth.
Third and fourth. So where you are getting two common texts? Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant means what is the format? It is minus theta, isn't it? It is minus theta. Emmanuel, are you able to follow this?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in sine, for which value you will get root 3 by 2? Sine of dash is root 3 by 2.
Pi by 3.
Sine 60, isn't it? 5 by 3. So theta is 3. For which value here? We take only the positive value and we are considering. And from there we find out what is theta. Therefore, what is the principal value? The principal value is minus theta. That is minus pi by 3. Is it okay? It is minus pi by 3. Is it okay, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's do the next one. Is it over? Is it over, children?
Yes.
Rijas? Is it over, Rijas? Atul?
Yes, ma'am.
Write the next one. Cos inverse of minus 1. Cos inverse of minus 1. Nia? Nia, give me the principal value of branch of cos inverse of x. Cos inverse of minus 1. What about the principal value branch of cos inverse of x? Nia?
0 by
0, 5. Now cos is negative, isn't it? So in which quadrant it will come? Cos inverse of minus 1. So principal value branch of cos inverse of x is 0 to pi. So 0 to pi means first quadrant and second quadrant. Now cos is negative. So what are the two possible quadrants? Which quadrants and all cos is negative? Krishna Chandran. In which quadrants and all cos will be negative?
Mm.
In which quadrants?
2, 4.
2 and 4.
Mm.
Is it 2 and 4?
2.
2 and
2,
Emmanuel?
3, 4.
2, 3, 4. What is the form I gave? All
2, 2, 2, ma'am.
only 2.
And 3.
2 and 3. Ashwin? 2 and 3.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
about where is Krishna Chandran? What is the answer, Krishna Chandran? In which quadrant and all sign is positive? Where is Krishna? Which quadrant sign is positive?
One and 2.
1 and 2. Cos?
1
What is
and
it?
4.
1 and 4. Tan? Tan is positive
1
in
and 3.
1 and 3. Okay, here cos is negative.
1 and 3.
Cos is negative. Therefore, in which quadrant you will get? Punya?
Yes, ma'am.
In which quadrants cos inverse will be negative? Cos will be negative.
Second and third.
Second and third. So, which is the common one you are getting there? Second quadrant.
Second.
In second quadrant, it takes the form phi minus theta. It takes the form phi minus theta. So if find out theta, cos of dash is -1. Cos of which angle you will get -1. Cos sorry, don't take -1, you take +1. Okay, when you take the value, just positive value you have to consider.
0.
Cos 0 is, so theta is 0, isn't it? So what is the principal value? Pi minus theta, which is pi minus 0, which is pi. Therefore, the principal value is pi. Right, then try the next one. Tan inverse of root 3. Tan inverse of minus root 3, children. Tan inverse of minus root 3. Tan is negative. What about the principal value branch of tan? From there, find out the principal value and give. Srihari, what about the principal value branch of tan inverse of x?
Minus pi by 2 and pi by 2.
Tan is negative. Therefore, which are the possible quadrants? Yes. Tan is negative. So what are the possible quadrants? Nandana,
Second and fourth.
second and third you will get
Fourth.
fourth. Okay. Second and fourth. So what is the possibility you are getting here? Again, fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant means it takes the form minus theta, isn't it? So tan of dash is root 3.
Pi by 3.
5 by 3. So theta is 5 by 3. Therefore, what is the principal value? It is minus 5 by 3. Are you getting this answer? Is it okay, Atul?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, the next one. Is it over, Achut? Is it over?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, the next one. Sec inverse of -2. Sec inverse of -2. What about the principal value branch of sec? Principal branch of sec. Sania, what is the principal value branch of sec?
Closed 0, y minus tan pi by 2.
Close to 0, comma. You repeat it.
closed interval 0, 5
Now,
minus
hmm.
set pi by 2.
So in which quadrants you will get positive? Achod, seek is positive.
Ma'am, first and second quadrants.
So, okay. So apply that one and find out what is the principal value.
No, ma'am, C is positive in first and fourth.
Seek is positive in all silver teacups, isn't it? You keep that in your mind. All silver teacups. So first and fourth. And what about the principal value branch? What about the principal value branch? So in which quadrant you will get? Which is a common quadrant, Punya?
Ma'am, will you repeat the question?
Seek inverse of -2. Seek inverse of -2. So which is the
Second
quadrant you
and
will
third.
select? Second and
Third.
seek is negative. So second and third. And the principal value branch of seek is 0 to pi. So what is the common thing you are getting here? Second quadrant. So
Second.
it is pi minus theta. Now you check for seek which value you will get 2. Seek of dash is 2. Srihari. Pi by? Yes. Yes, Srihari. Seek dash is 2.
I don't know.
Don't know. What about cos? Seek is reciprocal of cos, isn't it? So what about cos of dash? Cos of for which value will get 1 by 2?
Cos 45.
Cos 45. Then the next class learn the
Pi
values
by
and
3.
come. Okay. The next class learn the values and come. Is it pi by 3 or 45?
Pi by 3.
Pi by 3 means
60.
60. So what will be the principal value then? Theta is pi by 3. So what is the principal value? Pi minus pi by 3. This pi minus pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3. Is it okay? Is it okay, children? So today's homework is, no doubt, in your textbook, have some questions based on this. Finding the principal value, example 1, example 2. And exercise, first 10 questions you have to solve. These are all 1 mark questions. These are all 1 mark questions. First 10 questions. 1 to 10 is homework. Okay, and in the next class, learn the trigonometric formula.